everybody. Welcome back to another Royal Read pop-up. Yes, I am popping up. Why? Because my computer is still acting up. It is. So I'm having to do pop-ups. It just absolutely ate my intro to the Royal Read. So I am still working on that. But hopefully I will have it in place by tomorrow. So of course the show has to go on. So I decided to do another pop-up because we have some stuff we need to talk about. Something to chit chat about, something to kiki about, and something just to be happy about. Because let me tell you, the censuses are out and about and they are putting points on the board. They are, and they're coming outside. Yes, and y'all know how much I love for Harry and Meghan to come outside, because I always say when they come outside, they always prove their haters wrong. As long as they're cooped up and they're in their home, and I understand it's time where you want to have family time and you don't want to be out all the time, because let's not forget, Harry and Meghan are private citizens. They're not public figures. They're private citizens that just so happens to be famous. That's it. And they have a right to their personal life, their private life, but it's always nice when they decide to come outside. But of course, they have no obligation to come outside. But my point is this: when they do come outside, they always prove their critics wrong. They do. They prove the liars wrong, the haters wrong, because they love when Harry and Meghan are in hiding, because they can tell all manners of lies and never have to be worried about being exposed. But when Harry and Meghan comes out, they just naturally show them up to be the liars that they are. And that is the reason why I love for them to come outside. I do. Because hadn't you noticed those divorce rumors have just about dried up? Even to the point where this new documentary on Channel 5, those flying monkeys are admitting that Harry and Meghan have a solid marriage. They do. And why have they had to admit to that? Why have they had to cop to that? It's because of Meghan's Instagram and her and Harry coming outside showing that their narrative over there across the pond is a lie. Because here we are showing you our marriage, showing you how happy we are, showing you that we are united. And those people over there are lying. They cannot control the narrative. The flying monkeys cannot control the narrative when Harry and Meghan are out and about doing things. They cannot. And that is the reason why I love it. All right, y'all. I wanted to talk about two things. One thing was Miss Tina. Miss Tina showed up on Confessions of a Female Founder. And let me tell you, she did not disappoint. I listened to it. Y'all know I was ready for it. So I went right on and listened to it. And I must say, I really enjoyed it. And what I really enjoyed most about it is Meghan's style, her interview style. It is as if she just guided Miss Tina through the process. She had full control of that interview. She really did. She just didn't let it go where it went. She was prepared. She absolutely knew which way she wanted that interview to go, and she carried it that way. And I'm telling you, she got some juicy little tidbits out of it. We learned in the interview that what is it, Sacred? Beyonce's hair product line is Beyonce's hair product line. Miss Tina said that she just came into the business to help Beyonce. But at the end of the day, it's Beyonce who makes the decision, and say that Beyonce is a great businesswoman and knows a lot about hair because she grew up in Miss Tina's hair salon. Yes, 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 yes. And we also learned that Beyonce has beads too. And when it came up, it was so cute because Miss Tina was saying, "You have beads?" And Megan said, "I Beyonce has bees." She said, "I knew she had a beehive, but I didn't know that she had a beehive." And it was so cute. Yeah, so Beyonce is a beekeeper as well. So if you hadn't listened to the podcast already, go and listen to it because it is so good. And don't listen to this particular pop-up because we're going to give away a whole lot of spoilers. But let me tell you, it is so good. I'll try not to give away too many. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this up. And it says, whew, one thing about Duchess Meghan, she comes prepared. And that's what I was saying before. You know, that was one of the big takeaways for me when it comes to this whole podcast series. Meghan always come prepared. She doesn't walk in to find out things about her guests. She comes in to bring things out about her guests. Meghan already knows the direction she wants the podcast to go. She has done so much in the background history. She knows these people because in this particular podcast, the Queen Mother seemed very surprised how much Meghan knew about her and how Meghan just kind of guided the interview along. It wasn't any odd, pauses or awkward moments because you could tell Meghan had pretty much figured out how she wanted this interview to go. Meghan had control the whole time. It was no way that she was going to let this interview veer off in a direction that neither her nor Miss Tina wanted it to go. It was like watching a master painter, artist, create a masterpiece. It was like that. It was something to behold and something to appreciate. If you are a fan of the Duchess, I must say you will be really proud of our girl because she absolutely knows what she's doing. And it is so funny to me when I think about those people across the pond literally trying to paint Meghan as this some kind of lightweight, trying to make Kate into Meghan and Meghan into Kate, when Kate could not string together two sentences and make them make sense when she was christening that ship. And Meghan held this particular interview in her hand, guided it in the way in which she wanted it to go, and absolutely just hit it out of the park. It was just so good. So, like I said, if you hadn't gone to listen to it, please do because, like I said, it is so good. All right, y'all, and it goes on to say, what an incredible and absolutely beautiful introduction of Miss Tina Knowles. And I am going to play that for you real quick. I cannot resist because it is just so good. So, y'all, I'm going to put up the picture. I'm going to keep this picture up, and then I'm going to play the sound bite, and we'll come back on the other side.
There's something incredible about who is willing to roll the dice on herself, be an entrepreneur, and build. Let's say you're in your 20s and you start doing that. Let's say you're in your 30s. Let's say you do that in your 30s and 40s as a working mom and you're trying to figure it out. There is something where I just put my hands up and applaud all of you who are doing the thing. And then there is something that gets a standing ovation, and that is when you are in your 70s and you say, I'm still going to build, and I'm still going to invent, and I'm still going to create. That is next level entrepreneurship. And that is why I am thrilled to have this guest on today. She knows it better than anyone else. I am talking about Miss Tina Knowles. She's a fashion designer, beauty entrepreneur, cultural icon who has spent decades celebrating and elevating Black style alongside her daughters, from creating a one-of-a-kind hair salon in the 80s to designing looks for Destiny's Child. Miss Tina, she's always been a force in business. And now she's channeled that into Sacred, the science-backed hair care line that she launched with her daughter, Beyonce.
We get along really well. And so if we have a disagreement, it's her business. So she gets to win because it's her business.
Together, the two of them have built something incredibly special. And Sacred has already racked up 30 industry awards, all in just 1 year. Beyond her business success, though, Tina has written a new memoir called Matriarch, in which she shares the personal journey behind her family's legacy, her breast cancer experience last year, and building a life rooted in pride and purpose. She is proof that being a mama mogul is not just a title, it's a blueprint for building something that lasts across generations. Here she is.
Was that not good? Oh my goodness. Meghan knows how to set up the ball. She does. She knows how to set up the interview to get you to be pulled in. And that to me was the epitome of a great setup introduction. I love it. I do. All right, y'all. I'm gonna put this one up. And this particular squatty posted about what Miss Tina said about Beyonce having a beehive and her surprise to learn that Meghan had one too. And this particular squatty posted this and said, "You guys have bees too?" Tina shocked learning that Meghan has beehive. Then Megan shocked learning that Beyonce also have beehive. She was like, I know she has beehive, but didn't realize that she also had a beehive. It's Megan being beehive with beehive. I guess maybe that's some terminology that I am not familiar with. The beehive, I thought it was the beehive. But anyway, yeah, so we learned in this particular interview that not only does Meghan, well, we knew Meghan had a bee, she was beekeeping. But little did we know that Beyonce was too. And we also learned that, which I did not know, that natural honey helps with your sinuses. And if you have problems with allergies, because Megan was explaining that in the bees make the honey with pollen, and once you eat the natural honey, that it makes you immune to the pollen. Did y'all know that? Tell me Megan do not know. She be knowing so much stuff, because let me tell you, I didn't know anything about that. And I'm always buying honey, but she expressed that you need local honey, meaning the honey that comes straight from the honeycomb and the beekeeper, not one that has been processed and is in the grocery store. It has to be the raw, natural honey with the pollen, I did not know that. Love it, love it, love it. Also, I'm going to put this up, y'all. And we learned also in this interview that Tyler Perry loves Meghan. They are tight, they are good friends. And this particular squatty said this: Tina tells Meghan how much Tyler loves her and how he has been the best sounding board. Meghan is blessed to have so many wonderful friends and being surrounded by money people long before she got married to Prince Harry. Where is the lie? Where is it? Meghan had a lot of connections prior to being married to Prince Harry. That is the reason why they have done so well in California, because Meghan knows how to make connections. Now, Tyler Perry is a new connection. He is, but he came in exactly at the right time when they needed him. And isn't it funny that Megan knew a lot of people and she never called on them? She called on someone that she did not know. She called on Tyler. Wonder why? I would love for Megan to answer that question in an interview one day. Why did she not call all of her famous friends? She has a lot of friends she could have called on. But instead of calling on them, she called on Tyler. She must have knew what a great person he is, because we all know that Megan does her research. I'm just saying. But yes, yes, yes. Tina is a great friend of Tyler and Oprah. And she said Tyler talks about Megan all the time. And he really, really loves her. I love it, y'all. I do. And did y'all notice the new picture of Megan? Yes, it appeared today in an article in Marie Claire. Yes, because Marie Claire actually did a article or interview with Megan about this particular interview. Yes, it's an interview about an interview. I'm telling you, everybody is biting off of Kaiser, because we all know that has been her style. But yes, Marie Claire bit off of Kaiser and did an interview about an interview. And in that interview with Marie Claire, Megan talked about a lot of things, her business, this interview, mostly a lot about this interview. I'm going to put it up. And this particular squatty posted about it and said this: it has been a dream of mine forever. And Beyonce, it's been a dream of hers. And she is quoting Miss Tina. And it goes on to say Marie Claire bags a Meghan Duchess of Sussex exclusive talking about business, and Beyonce with Tina Knowles for her Confessions of a Female Founder podcast. Cool. So Megan did a new interview with Marie Claire about her interview with Miss Tina. Now y'all know that is something right there, because they wanted to talk to Megan about her interviewing someone else. Megan is coming on up like the Jeffersons, isn't she? She is starting to be accepted in this genre. And I just love it for her, because let's not get it twisted. It absolutely is deserved, because Megan knows her stuff. You can tell by that introduction that I played in that soundbite. Megan is not half stepping. Megan is absolutely serious and doing a great job. And she should be acknowledged and respected for that. Because let me tell you, she is knocking it out of the park. I'm just saying. All right, y'all. This popped up in People magazine today. And this particular squatter reposted it. And what it says is this: people can exclusively reveal that the Duchess of Sussex is set to be honored at the National History Museums of Los Angeles County upcoming Night of Wonder Gala on June 14th. The garden-inspired evening at NHM's Exposition Park location will include remarks from Meghan, who's being recognized for her work championing women and underserved communities, a mission that mirrors the museum's push to make science and nature more accessible across LA. We are proud to honor Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, a native Angelino whose work to advance communities' well-being and expand opportunities align with our equality-focused approach, said Lori Bettison Vega, President and Director of the National History Museum of Los Angeles County. Organizations say the gala will evoke the feeling of an enchanted garden at night with immersive exhibits, live music, and dinner served in the museum's North Garden. Additional guests from across LA's cultural and philanthropic communities are expected to attend. Yes, 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 Meghan is coming out. She is coming outside, and I cannot wait. June 14th, guess what day that coincides with? Trooping of the Colors. Even though, what is it? What is it, like 9 hours difference between LA time and London time, but you best believe they're going to have something to say about that. I can hear them now. How dare she? How dare she actually continues to live her life and show no deference to that family across the pond that lives 5,000 miles away in at least 9 hours time difference? How dare she accept a honor on the same day of Trooping of the Color, which would have been over way hours before she actually accept the award? You know they're not going to be able to stop themselves. The people on Fleet Street, all of the flying monkeys, they are absolutely at their desk right now, writing the narrative that they want to put out there. You know they are. But baby, we're not going to allow them to have that. Because at the end of the day, Megan lives 5,000 miles away, several time zones away. I know at least 9 hour time difference. The Trooping of the Color will be way over before Megan even takes the stage to receive this award. But yet and still, we know that they're not going to be able to resist. They're going to have this narrative and try to beat that drum and try to pretend like Megan doesn't have the right to live her life and live it without showing deference to that family. And we all know that that family is absolutely going to buy right into it. I can hear them rolling around on them 400-year-old rugs right now. They don't want Harry and Meghan to do anything, especially not live their life freely. They don't want that, even if they're 500 miles away. 5,000 miles away. They don't want Harry and Meghan to do anything except be invisible. And we all know that Harry and Meghan refuse to do that. Rolling around on those 400-year-old rugs, snatching those 200-year-old curtains out of the windows, and having the butlers to line up in a line so they can choke them out. I can see it right now. They are not going to take this well because at the end of the day, nobody cares anything about a Trooping of the Color. I don't care anything about Charles and his horse. Who cares? But we do care about what Harry and Meghan is doing. And if Harry's going to come with Meghan, yes, are they going to be together? I hope they walk the red carpet. I am excited, y'all. And the squatty that posted this said, Meghan Sussex to be honored by the National History Museum of Los Angeles County. Meghan Markle to be honored, and then it goes on with the gala. Yes, yes, yes. Megan is coming outside, and I cannot wait. And what makes it so sweet, it's all sweet because anytime Megan is honored, it is so sweet. Anytime Harry is honored, it's so sweet. But what makes it so sweet to me is that those people across the pond has done everything that they know how to do to stop organization and people from doing exactly this, honoring Harry and Meghan, presenting them with rewards. We all know how they have behaved in the past. And y'all know y'all don't want me to get on that Pat Tillman award. Because y'all know that's another 30 minutes if I get on that. Because y'all, seeing Harry's face on that stage, giving that speech, how they had acted that whole week to try to tar and feather him and tarnish him and tear him down, and he got on that stage and showed so much grace. They really thought that they had put a stop to this, that Harry would get no more awards, that Meghan would get no more awards, because organizations would not want to put up with their nonsense. But baby, your monkey cannot stop this show. The show must go on, and it continues to go on. And here we are today, Megan being honored. Yes, yes, yes. And we don't know what's coming up in the, you know, later on in the year. Harry might have him something too, because y'all know he popped up at the aviation, what is it, Legends of Aviation's award as being one of the presenters, because you know what, they thought they had scared that organization away to the point where they wouldn't want to have anything else to do with Harry. And they said, no, 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 we're not going to play your silly game and deal with your nonsense. We're going to double down on Prince Harry. And yes, now it's Megan's turn. And that's why it's so sweet to me, because they have pulled out all the stops to try to put a stop to this kind of behavior, this kind of things happening for Harry and Meghan. Because we all know how William and Kate feels every time Harry or Meghan is honored, because they take it as a slight, because they don't want them to have anything. They want everything for themselves, even though Harry and Meghan is 5,000 miles away. And like I said, because they feel that way and this is happening, that is the reason why it's so sweet to me. That they have not been able to stop anything. The trains continue to run. And I love it. I love it. And I cannot wait to June 14th. Now, that is my little rant for the day. But yes, like I said, y'all don't want me to get on that Pat Tillman, but it was disgraceful. And they really thought showing out and being that, bringing all that nonsense and sending them flying monkeys over there to Pat Tillman's mother. They even did that low down dirty thing. Sending old Carolyn Graham, that old flying monkey, the same flying monkey that went down to Mexico with Megan's dad. Yes. And they thought they had put a halt to this, but no, 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 no. No, baby. We still are going to have the galas. We still are going to have Harry and Meghan being honored. Nothing has changed over here. No, nothing has changed over here. We still getting awards. We still being honored. We're still participating in the same organizations that you tried to absolutely scare away from Harry and Meghan. No, ain't nobody scared over here. Everybody is continuing. to live their life as usual. And I just love it. I'm just saying. All right, y'all. I want to put this up to remind you today is our little Lilybeth Diana's birthday. She is 4 today. And it says our sweet niece Lilybeth Diana Sussex turns 4 years old today. Happy birthday to the cutest and most beautiful princess of them all. Here's to many more years of joy, love, and freedom. Yes, today is little Lily's birthday. And I wonder what kind of party she will have. But all I know is I know it's going to be great because Megan knows how to throw a party. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all a little later. Still working on my computer, but I will get it fixed. So I'll see y'all a little later. Bye.